Something about his manners. Oh, I know now. He didn't walk up with that how you doing. When he came in, he said there's a lot of girls I can do it, but I can't with her. Doing forever in a minute. That's summer night.
Y'all, and welcome back to another video. If you already subscribed, welcome back, my darling. But if you have not yet subscribed, then you need to subscribe. So please subscribe if you haven't already. And while you're down there subscribing, because I have faith that if you haven't already that you will. Also, turn your notifications on for all notifications to become a part of the Morgan Shay Notify Gang. So today we are doing another story time in this segment of Shady Storytime Sunday. Of all of the people that I know that have thrown shade, this is probably the shadiest bitch of them all. I haven't been friends with her in a long time. So this goes back BC, before Chris. I was a single gal ready to mingle, and I was really good friends with this girl that we're gonna call Bethany. Bethany was a wild child, honey. She was down to do whatever. I had come out of a marriage that was ended terribly. I was with the bullshit. All right. She hits me up, and it's also important to mention that we had lived together and ended up not working at all. And she ended up moving out. Is that we had already had issues due to her being so immature. Just keep all of that in mind. So this one in particular weekend, she calls me up. She had been talking to this guy that I went to school with, and she's like, hey, I'm going out. We'll call him Ed. She was like, hey, I'm going out with Ed this weekend. He's bringing his buddy Dan. Do you want to hang out with him? I'm like, sure, whatever. So here we go. Me, Bethany, Ed, and Dan. We're hitting the town. Everything's fine. Everything is completely and totally fine. They end up starting to date. Me and Dan I don't ever think I've seen Dan again in my life. Fast forward. Do keep in mind that Ed and Bethany are an item. Fast forward maybe a year. At this point, me and Bethany are no longer as close as we were. I'm still single, and I go out with a bunch of friends, and it's one of my best friend's birthdays. And we go to a bar, which I've talked about on this channel before. It's called Cotton Eye Joe's. And Ryan Upchurch was performing at Cotton Eye Joe's. And we were all going. We were going out for my friend's birthday. And Ed was there. Long story short, we hooked up that night. After we hooked up that first night, I call Bethany and I'm like, hey, I tell her the whole story. We went out to the birthday party. I got wasted. I hooked up with Ed last night. I just want to let you know, I'm sorry. There isn't anything there. It was just a hookup. Just strictly a hookup. But out of girl code, I wanted her to hear it from me. I didn't want her to hear it from the grapevine. According to my best friend, Ed had informed me that night that the reason that him and Bethany were no longer together was because that Bethany had slept with his best friend, Dan. Remember Dan? The one that I went out with? Yeah, Dan. I was like, I don't remember him saying that. Bethany ends up talking up all over town, calling me a whore, and Ed got really, really aggravated about it because the reason that they broke up was because of her. So I call her up because where I started out, my feelings were hurt. It worked its way up the tree of feelings to pissed. So I end up calling her, and I'm like, hey, look, this is bullshit. You cheated on Ed anyways. It was a drunken one night thing. Whatever, man. Like, move on. Why are you so butthurt about it? Anyways, I get with Chris. Fast forward, me and Chris are together for a while, and I'm in love with Chris. Everybody knew it. And I have like a full story where I'm going to lay the groundwork out with me and Chris, because me and Chris went to high school with each other. We had a huge crushes on each other back then, but he was talking to one of my friends. It was a whole thing. Fast forward to adulthood, that's when we actually got together. The point is, everybody knew how much I loved Chris and how much Chris loved me. Now, when me and Chris first got together, he worked with, like, in his family business, and they would travel out of town, like, for months at a time. But after we got together, he left for like a whole month. I was devastated. Missed him. I was so in love with him. I wanted to spend every minute with him. Right before he was about to come back home, he calls me one night, which we talked like as much as we could. He calls me. I think it's just going to be a normal conversation. As soon as I say hello, I can tell by his tone that something's going on. And I'm like, what's wrong? And he was like, Bethany hit me up today. I'm like, okay. What did she say? They said, I don't want to tell you because I don't want you to hurt her.
I said, Chris, I'm going to count to 0. And I'm going to need you to tell me what the fuck Bethany said.
He tells me, Bethany told me that she wanted to suck my If it hadn't been for my pregnant sister and my niece, I would have left the house right then and went and hurt this bitch. I didn't. Because like my sister said in that moment, she was like, Morgan, the only reason Bethany's doing this is because she's just being petty. She's being petty about something that happened years ago. Well, it had been damn near a fucking decade since that shit had happened. And this bitch was really trying to fuck with something that I was like, I was so in love with Chris. I had just gotten sober. Like, it was a whole bunch of things that were happening at the same damn time. I chose to be a grown-up and move on. But I also chose to cut this person out of my life. Fast forward, okay, and there's been several people that I've cut out of my life. So if this story doesn't add up as to being you, then it's probably not about you. I run into town to go to a grocery store. I see Bethany at the grocery store. Bethany walks up to me at the grocery store apologizing for what she did. I just put my hand out like this right here. I said, there's no need for us to have any type of conversation. What this story time is about the time that someone who I was never really that close with, she was like just a friend of mine, done something super petty that then made it like her my enemy for the rest of my life. I will never trust this person again. I will never be friends with this person again. But if you follow me on Snapchat, I talk about a certain somebody who will not leave me alone, who has done something that I would never be able to like get past. That is this person. This person has done a couple of other things as well in the past that I have story times coming about. Will not leave me alone. She continuously wants to try to hang out. Bethany, I have no intentions of wanting to hang out with you, sis. This is my way of telling the entire internet of what you did. It's not cool. You know, thank God I'm with a good guy that loves me as much as I love him, because he literally told you to get fucked. But that was just shady, and that's not something that you do. And yeah, so this is my way of going to the internet, telling them the whole situation in hopes that you will please just leave me the fuck alone. Guys, there is the third Shady Storytime Sunday. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Be sure that you do subscribe before you leave and turn on your notifications. Become a part of the Morgan Shay Notify again. So tomorrow I will be uploading a collab on this channel, and it's also a tag video doing my makeup backwards. It is a collab with Kai Styles. His information is linked below in the description box so that you can go over and subscribe to his channel so that you can see his video as well. Make sure that you are following me on social media. Every platform that I'm active on is linked down below. I love you all so stinking much, and until next time. Hey guys, so in this portion of the video, I'm just popping in to let you guys know that I will only be uploading 2 times this week. I am sick. I have gotten my COVID test back and I am negative. I do not have COVID. My doctor said it's just my allergies and the way Tennessee is with it cold one day and hot the next. It's just messing with my allergies, but I appreciate your guys' patience, your love and support and kindness, and I'll see you guys in the next video.